is happening, family? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Family, as always, thank you so much for taking 1 hour of your day, 1 hour of your time to tune in and support the Arrington Gavin Show. We drop new episodes Monday through Fridays, weeknights, available on all digital and streaming platforms, YouTube, Rumble, as well as G.O.A.T.S TV. As you know, I'm so honored to be a part of this amazing app. Be sure right now, if you haven't, download the app. It's free, available on the App Store for all you iPhone users out there, for Google Play Store for all you Android lovers out there, as well as Roku and Amazon Fire. And did I mention it's free? Because I don't know about y'all. I like free 99. I know y'all seen these prices. I like free. That's my favorite price. And it's an awesome app, man, filled with so many amazing programs, content creators up there. I'm honored to be one of them. And I'm even more honored because on today's show, I get to have some of my friends from my G.O.A.T.S TV family on the program. I'm talking about Jaskizzal and the one and only, the lovely Miss Lanique. Yes, right. Host of Relationship G.O.A.T.S, where R&B meets hip hop to talk about love. Oh my goodness. Oh, can I say it one more time for the people in the back? Okay, when R&B meets hip hop to talk about, what was that? Love. Man, when I tell you this show is everything, you laugh, you have your debates, obviously, because look, you're talking from a male's perspective and a female's perspective, so you get it both ways, right? And it's just, I feel like it's so needed in the culture, right? I feel like it's so needed in the culture because it shares a positive, not just entertaining, but a positive and informative conversation. I feel like in today's society, man, it's just different. It's a little different. We got so many different types when it involves in relationships is hard. First of all, it is not easy. I'm a happily married man, but it comes with work. It comes with a lot of work, and we're gonna talk about it. We also gonna talk about their program, man. And I'm just excited to have them on. Before I do all that, obviously, I always got to shout out more ways you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. I mentioned where you can watch us. So again, G.O.A.T.S TV, YouTube, Rumble, but you can also listen to us available on all podcast platforms, as well as on the radio airwaves of WDJY 99.1 FM out of the Metro Atlanta area. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to thank them as well for having us on their growing station. What else I got? Okay, social media platforms. Be sure to follow us on all social media. Well, not all, but on our selected social media platforms: Instagram, Blue Sky, X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as Substack. So I appreciate that. And also, let's go ahead and we're gonna do our fun fact first, because we normally do it after the commercial break, but since I really want to have as much time with our guests, I want to talk about our fun fact first, then I'll get going with shouting out some of our proud supporters. Let's see. So, my friends, the fun fact is our tradition we like to do here, just to kind of warm up the crowd, just to always have a quick tip to start the conversation and have in your hip pocket. So, being that have the honor of talking with some of the most talented individuals in the world of R&B and hip hop, I figured it will be on par to share a fun fact in the music industry. Okay. Did y'all know the one and only Prince played not one, not two, but 27 instruments on his debut album? 27 instruments on his debut album, and he was only 20 years old when it dropped. When I tell y'all, look, black people, we some talented folks. Man. 27 instruments. 27. I barely can freaking play a half of an instrument. I tried doing instruments when I was in high school. I did the sax, I did the trumpet, but I didn't take it seriously. I wish I did. My dad always said, man, you better take this seriously. I'm like, man, leave me alone. I just want to get this extra credit. Man, I wish I learned how to play an instrument, because once I was in college, ways to try to, flirt with the ladies, impress them. And I had friends that was, I self-taught how to play the piano. I self-taught how to do that. I'm like, well, I used to play the trumpet and the sax. He played now. I'm like, what? No, don't bring that up. I said I used to, but I had skills back in the day. I had skills. I was one of those I had skills, but yeah, I suck at the instrument. I suck at the sax and I suck at the trumpet. But yeah, man, I felt like bringing that fun fact again. Prince, we all know the legend, the icon, however you want to call it. He was one of a kind. And so I hope y'all enjoyed that fun fact brought to you by the Arrington Gavin Show. Also, let me go ahead and shout out some of our proud supporters of the program, like our friends over at Ingenious Gin. That's right. Looking for a spirit as bold and refined as you? Introducing Ingenious Gin, crafted with precision, infused with exotic botanicals, and balanced for the perfect sip every time. Whether you're savoring it neat, mixing the ultimate gin and tonic, or shaking up a classic cocktail, Ingenious Gin is your ticket to a moment of pure sophistication. Experience ingenuity in every drop by finding Ingenious Gin at your local stores, your local Spirit or ABC stores, depending on what state you're in, or you can go online to ingeniousgin.com. Now, look, I tell y'all know this about me. I am a brown connoisseur. Bourbons, whiskeys, cognac, brown, right? Me and Gin, we never get along until I had Ingenious Gin. Look, it's a veteran-owned, black-owned spirit. I highly recommend to try it out. Do me a favor. You have to be 21 or over to purchase, and also drink responsibly while you're enjoying this. Don't just take it to the head, go crazy. No, drink responsibly, y'all. Drink responsibly. So I want to thank Ingenious Gin for being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. All right, my friends, we gotta take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll be honored to bring on our special guest, the lovely Miss Lanique, and also cool Jaskizzal will be on the show. So don't go anywhere, my friends. You are tuning into the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, that's that new G.O.A.T.S app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing G.O.A.T.S TV.
G.O.A.T.S, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In GOATs, we trust.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, family. Welcome back to the show. Look, as I mentioned before, I have two special guests on. I'm so excited to have on. Before I bring them on, look, I want to play a quick clip of their show exclusively that you can tune in exclusively on the GOAT.verse TV app, Relationships GOATs. Give me 1 second as I pull that clip up for y'all. So bear with me. Let me bring on that soundbite for you before I bring them on. Let's see here. All right, here we go. I see it coming.
But when women, why is it that when women cheat, guys can't take it? Then they just want to dead you. You're dead to me. I can't F with you no more. None of that. That's like it's the end of the world. But then when they do it for the fifth time, they're like, please, like, babe, I'll never do it again. I can't believe you acting like this. Why is that? And we ain't gonna stay on this topic long.
Let me say first, It makes no sense
at all.
Absolutely not. But as a former cheater that is now saved and delivered and scared for his life, as a former cheater, I can't explain it, but if I'm doing it, it's nothing wrong with it. Only because
soon as you said it, my stomach just clenched.
I'm gonna tell you.
To curse so
I'm gonna
bad.
tell you why it was nothing wrong with it when I did it.
But why is it that when women cheat, guys can't take it?
All right, family. All right, let me go ahead and take that down. So that's just a little sneak peek of Relationship Goats, hosted by the lovely Miss Lanique and Mr. Jaskizzal. Look, when R&B meets hip hop to talk about love, let me bring on our special guest. Look, the lovely Miss Lanique and Mr. Jaskizzal. Family, what's going on, family? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey,
man, look, for one, I'm a fan. Jay, you're hilarious. Lanique, you don't mess with you don't pull no punches. You are like, hold up. Like sometimes I'm like, oh snap, she about to swing on Jay. Watch out.
I don't get away with nothing.
Look, man, I just want to congratulate y'all with the show. Congratulate y'all on just the success. For one, as individuals, I want to kind of get it before I just talk about the show. Y'all are two amazing individuals in the music industry, not just here in the Hampton Roads area, but abroad. I mean, Lanique, you have one of the most beautiful voices I've heard. I remember when I attended the Blensville Awards, and I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. That thing hit my spirit a little bit. When that thing hit your spirit, I'm like, oh. I'm like, and then you had Jaskizzal getting the crowd hype. When I tell you nobody sat down. Nobody that sat down. I'm like, oh, this dude, this live right here. And it made you feel so great inside the fact that, and I'll shout out, Miss Blends, calling Virginia Bollywood. Like this comes out of our home. This comes out of our backyard. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I think a lot of folks really miss how talented the Hampton Roads area is. We hear about, obviously, Timberland, Missy, when it comes to athletes, Bruce Smith, Plaxico, all these cats that come out, AI. But I'm like, you forget it's a lot more. Y'all just giving a small little ounce of really the success that comes out of Hampton Roads, man. So I just wanted to give both y'all flowers as individuals with that. And now you got this new venture called Relationship Goats. Whoever wants to start it off, man, where did the idea come up to speed with this?
CEOP. He called me and he was like, yo, I got an idea for a show. And he said, because you and Skizzle, like, I know y'all, you a hothead. Skizzle be saying some outlandish stuff, and I think it will work out perfectly. So I was like, of course, Skizzle. I've been knowing Skizzle for years. Like, because of music, we've been knowing each other probably over 15 years. So it only made sense, but it's CEOP. He a genius, he come with the ideas, and he's a great producer of the show. Like, he makes sure we are on top of it. So
love
definitely
it.
You gotta salute him because he saw it, and when he said her name, I was like, oh yeah, like that's my dog. Like this will be fun. Like I know her personality, so I know like us, the contrast will be perfect. Well, I say this, I knew it would be great. I did not know it would be perfect. Like he saw something that it just worked so well together. Like only thing I'm mad about the show is that it's only 30 minutes. Like I think we can talk for hours and I think people would love it. Like I love it.
Well, and it seemed one thing what I love about your show, man, it was multiple things, but it's like it seems so relatable. Not just to the culture, because I feel as though like that's conversations I can walk by at a family reunion, like, oh, they having that conversation. I mean, it's so organic, it's so relatable. And then on top of that, too, what I love about it is it brings more of a positive side, I would say, to just pop culture in general, because I've been a huge critic of reality television, right? I'm not the biggest fan of Love and Hip Hop. I'm not the biggest fan of these shows. I feel as though it degrades individuals on like not really who they are, you know what I mean? And nor does, even though you got Love and Hip Hop, I never see no love in Love and Hip Hop. I see hate in hip hop. I mean, I'm just saying it's always fighting, it's always brawls, it's always this, it's always that. And look at y'all show as informative, as educational for those going through relationships, because this is just not just for the married couples, right? These are people in long-standing relationships. Like I mentioned before the show, we all have in common is we're all married individuals. Shout out to Jaskizzal, because you just got married. Is it this past year or last year?
Yeah, this year, February 22nd.
Awesome, man. Congrats.
Thank you. Best thing I ever did. Smartest decision I ever made.
I know that's right. Look, he trying to stay alive, Lenny. You see what I'm saying?
He's doing that. He's scared.
She probably right there. She probably looking right at him.
I really was scared of marriage. Like I was scared of marriage as coming up young. Marriage as to men seemed like the end of your life. Like, it's like all the fun stops, everything stops. You can't run around from club to club, to women, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think women understand the biggest thing about the courting and going to the club. It's not whether I want to be in a relationship. It's mentally, do I still got it? Like at the drop of a dime, if I see something around over, can I go holler at her and she give me her number? A lot of times I used to be in relationships and do that at the club every weekend and throw the numbers at the way at the end of the night. I just wanted to see if I got it. Like it's the hunt. We're hunters.
That is the well. Look, you see, Jaskizzal he already got it started. And that's what I love right here. He already got it started. But you know what though, you do have. And again, I guess it's a guy thing too, because you have some truth. What you just said is the fact that marriage is hard, and that some of us are like, say, I never like. For me, I'm with you. When I was in high school, when I was in college, man, I ain't thinking about no marriage. What marriage? Man, we talking about marriage. I said I was gonna say. I think my goal was I was gonna get married in my 40s, and I already had it planned out. I was gonna be like early 40s, mid 40s. Then I get married, right? And I'll meet, love my life, but I was not thinking about it. I end up proposing to my wife. We were like in our mid 20s or something like that. We've been together for about 8 years, married for 2, and so you could consider us, I guess, married young. I know people that's got married younger, but it's just you can never predict the future. You really can never predict the future. What about you, Lanika? How many years has everybody been married? I know Jaskizzal, you say you just got married this past February. What about you, Lanika?
I've been married for 11 years, 16 years together. Yeah. June to be 11 years and almost 16 years together. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, when y'all say marriage is hard, is it just because y'all can't still go on a prowl and try to holler at girls or see if you still got it? Does that make it hard, or is it the commitment of it? Like, because there is another level of commitment when you get married.
I would definitely say
so hard.
I would definitely say the commitment aspect, only because you have to commit so much, right? That whole I can chillax when I want to chillax, or I can just leave off the drop of a dime and hang out with some friends, do this, do that. Like, it's a whole different monster. And then on top of that too, you have a huge responsibility, because look, you got to take care of your family. Like for me, I was raised on being a provider, right? Yeah. And I'll go into it a little later on, because about one of your episodes about the 50-50, right? And so I was raised on being a provider. So for that, I'm like, okay, I'm working hard now, but I got to work even harder, because I got to be protective to my queen. I want to help provide. I want to make sure everything. It's a lot. And then on top of that too, when you got in-laws like me, I love my in-laws. My father-in-law, he a big guy, and he will have me on if I screw up any way, and it's so many people that depend. And I think it's really just the responsibility. It's the commitment. I mean, it's different from talking about, okay, so right now people are always saying, when y'all gonna have kids? We have a dog. When y'all gonna have kids? I'm like, time out.
Right. Yeah, I got plenty of time though.
I'm an uncle type. We auntie uncles right now. That's a responsibility right there.
It is. I got 4.
Itself. And I would just say the commitment piece, man. What Jay? What do you think?
The hardest thing, which I think everybody would have thought for me, was what you said, Lanique. But it's not the commitment. Like, I don't want anybody else. I don't think anybody else can compare to her. I think it's the fact that when you're girlfriend and boyfriend, if you piss me off or something go wrong or something is we not vibing right now, or it's problems, or we could just walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, the hardest part for me, and it's not really hard, it's just as a collective, me and her, is realizing like, nah, we strapped in for life. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta communicate. We can't just get pissed off and not talk to each other for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? We have kids. We have to block out the distractions and people getting and giving their opinions and that's the only hard part to me, because I didn't make that decision until I knew I was in love and I found the person for me. Right. And the only thing that held that back was the financials of paying for the actual wedding. But other than that, I knew a long time ago that she was my one. And I don't see it as being hard when you're mentally prepared for it. Yeah, I done went through, like, me and her have really been married for 4 or 5 years. We just got official, you know what I'm saying, a month ago. But at the end of the day, we carried ourselves like a married couple. Like, I gave her that same respect. A woman is not going to play with her name. A woman is not going to embarrass her by being all on me and making her look like nah, we're not doing that. So she was my best friend before we walked across the stage. Before we walked down the aisle. So, yeah, I don't really find anything hard about it. It's just the realizing that, nah, we got to talk. We got to communicate even when we angry. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Woo,
So
right.
like for me, I wouldn't even say like with my marriage, I don't think it's hard. Of course, there's more work that you have to do, but I wouldn't say it's hard. But it's because we're on the same page, though. You know what I mean? As well as he's a provider, I work. We do things. We talk about everything before we make anything. So like make any plans. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I could still go out with my girls. He could still go out with his boys, but it's just one of them things where we just got to communicate. Hey, we good. You know what I'm saying? So marriage doesn't seem hard to me, because like you said, Skizzle, I don't want anybody else. I have no, like, when I say, the song that say I only got eyes for you, it be true. Like, I don't care about nobody else, like, for real. And vice versa. Well, from what he tell me, but vice versa, our relationship is really good. Are there flaws? Of course. Are we perfect? No. Do he get on my nerves sometimes? Yes. And I get on his nerves, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't seem hard. It just takes more work. Like you say, you just can't walk away. So when we do get mad and we get on each other's nerves, you walk away for a couple hours. Like I might go in the living room for a couple hours. I might go to the studio, or he might go to the studio, and then we come back and we talk before we go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm glad,
it's definitely more work.
I'm glad we on this show, because I know everybody watches this show. So this is the perfect platform to make this announcement and make this statement. Ladies, I don't care what hue you are.
I'm scared.
What ethnicity, how tall you are, how slim, thick, whatever. I don't care where you from. It's 50 states. It's a lot of countries. None of y'all, not near one of y'all, can do anything with my wife. Y'all can't compete with her. There's nothing y'all got for me. Please don't inbox me.
Talk it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I didn't got taller since we got married. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing y'all can do. Like, emotionally, physically, like, she makes me feel 6'5". Like, she is my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. Nothing y'all can do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. I'm good.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's sad, because it is a fact that you see people that are committed, really once they tie the knot, all of a sudden it's like
everybody
it gets aggressive. It gets more aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, what's your problem, people? Like, I was somebody, and that's just it's so much within that, and there's so many topics I want to discuss. So I want to talk a little bit about your episode y'all had talking about the 50-50. I think that's still going to be, forever a long, not back and forth, but it's going to be a big discussion, within relationships. I would say this. I'll put this on the table to start it off. I believe in marriage is a partnership. It's a unity. We are a team. We are one, right?
Right.
That being said, does that include 50-50? It could be. It could at some points mean, hey, one might have to cover, because at the end of the day, I think it's nothing wrong with 50-50, but I do believe that we could probably do 50-50 for the first 3 days of the week. And then this day, hey, it might be a little tight. Can it be a 70-20? Can it be a 60-40?
Right.
That should not have to be an issue. But I'm not against the 50-50. I think a lot of folks must assume that it's always
Money.
finance. I mean, what's y'all take on that? If y'all want to kind of recap what y'all spoken about on the program.
My big Skizzle, you want to go first? Because you'll be running my
Yeah,
mouth.
I can. I really think the whole conversation is based off finance. It's not based off responsibility. It's not based off love. It's not based off the things it should be. Whenever you hear it or see it online, it's always financially.
Money. Yep.
And it's basically, I just like, my feeling is, first of all, who makes more, who has the higher paying job. The way we do it is when we both have equal input in everything. So we have equal input in finances, that therefore we have equal put in the decisions. Now, what's 50-50 for her may not be 50-50 for me and vice versa. No. So if she makes $100,000, her 50% is $50,000. If I make $50,000, my 50% is $25,000. We don't care about how much the other one is giving. We just need the other to give equal. And it works out perfectly. So that it depends. No matter who makes the most. If she makes the most, I make the most. What happens is we both give our 50-50 of bring it to the table. So what happens is, we want to make sure that both of us has something left. We want to make sure that both of us, and the way it works is kind of like we know what each other has. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't even say it's a number. I just really say what you need.
Yeah.
If this month she need this amount. If this month she need that amount. If the baby's birthdays is coming up and she taking care and I may have to put up the bulk. So how we work out is really, this is what we need to pay. This is what I have. What you got? And I don't care if she don't have it all. I'm gonna go outside and get it.
Right.
So we make sure we all straight. We communicate very well. We understand each other's jobs and what we make on our hustles outside or whatever. And it works out perfectly. But it's always finance, because that's the only thing people care about. You know what I'm saying? They only care about money. So
true.
Yeah, I think like you said, Gavin, and I said it in the show, it shouldn't even be 50-50. It should just be called a partnership, because regardless of what, like Skizzle said, nothing will ever be 50-50. Like it will not. The way me and my husband, we don't even do how much you need for this, how much you need for this. It's just all the money goes in one pot. You know what I'm saying? And then we pay the bills. We pay the bills, and I get to do what I need to do. If I want get my hair done or need to buy me a wig or whatever the case might be, if he want to buy some equipment, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's in the budget, we can all do that. But it's just everything kind of just goes in a pot with us, where we just put everything together. And I think that's how it should be. But I can't say I think that's how it should be. It just works for us. You know what I'm saying? 50-50 may work for other people. Like, hey, or somebody might say you take care of the rent and then you take care of the electricity bill. Whatever the case might be. Whatever's 50-50 for y'all works. Like I
think that's the thing. You are a genius. Because look, you've been married longer than us. So that's what the listeners.
I'm over here taking notes.
Yes, do what works for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
We just giving you our point of view. Do what works for you. Yeah.
That's it. I had one of my friends tell me today that her dude was, I guess she asked him to do some laundry or something like that. And he was like, that's woman's work. I'm like, what? What do you mean? And I'm sitting here like biting my lip. Like, I'm like, you better check that. Like, you better check it early. You know what I mean? Because that's going to, like, I hate when people use women's work, because these are your clothes. Like, of course, I'm gonna do what I have to do as a wife and a mother. And yes, most of the time, the wife always cooks the most and cleans the house and things like that. Yes, but don't say like it's wording. It's like that's your job. That's women's work.
I don't mean to cut you off. I never liked that, because for one, I was raised. I'm a mama's boy, right? I was raised with powerful women in my family. My grandmother, my mom. Like there was no man's role, woman's role. Now, I was blessed. I have my father was in my life too, but it wasn't like, okay, everybody worked just as hard. They earned it was equally, in my opinion, right? Everybody earned their keep. And so for me, that whole women's work, man's work. I mean, it kind of goes back to, you know, especially like in the black community, in the black culture. You know, a man's man, you gotta be a real man to do this. I'll be honest, y'all. I can't change a tire. So, you know, I was nervous when I was meeting with my father. I'll be honest. I said, you know, my stepfather, he was not my stepfather, excuse me, my father-in-law, he would have. I was nervous, you know, talking with him, I guess, you know, because he would always, you know, he would ask, you know, questions here and there. Just again, he's like, okay, you know, you're about to marry my daughter. This is my baby girl. This is my only daughter. And so I was always anxious, but I'm like, you know, I work smarter, not harder. I got AAA, you know,
Look, you sound like my husband.
Listen, I don't gotta try and prove nothing. I'm like, look, I love your daughter to the ends of the earth. I'm like, if she had called, I can take care of it. Whenever there's an issue, I will take care of it. I might can't physically do it myself, but it makes it goes back kind of like in the beginning, you know, with the, you know, preparing for marriage and stuff like that. Like it's moments where it's like, oh, I want to make sure that I impress her, or I, you know, am I gonna be looked down upon by the family, right? By the in-laws, because we're fortunate both families get along great. You know, I love my in-laws. She love my in-laws love her. Like it's just. We never had any issues. I've been around folks with it ain't we don't get along like and stuff like that. But yeah, I never liked that whole woman's role, this and woman's role. Because I tell my wife, I'm like, no, you need me to do the laundry, or you need me to cook. I might not be the best cook. I always say, look, I provide some food. I'm learning in that aspect, because my wife really wants me to cook. She's like, look, you gotta stop getting food out, because that, you know, that's that costs and stuff. You know, these prices now, it's like these prices ain't cheap. She's like, you gotta cook. I'm like, I'll cook for you, but don't be making no faces if I for what I prepare.
My husband is not allowed in my kitchen at all. You know what's tried crazy? It one time. No, I said never mind. Look, I got it.
This is the funny thing with the internet, and this is always the single people that's saying this, but it's funny how people say, well, okay, I'm a good woman, or I'm a good man. I do this, I do that. It's not what you do. It's the person that you're with. What they need. You know what I'm saying? So it's no general way a man's supposed to be. It's no general way a woman's supposed to be. Because I promise you, listen, I've never met your wife, but I guarantee 100% she did not marry you for your tire changing abilities. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the fact whether you can change the tire is not on her list of priorities of what a man needs to be for me. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this man changed that tire. Girl, I found my one. I found
you know what I'm saying? So every woman is different. Every man is different. So as long as what your partner finds value in, you can make that something that you are able to do, you are good. The relationship will work. So a lot of times when it comes to 50-50, some women don't need a man that's 50-50. I always tell, I got nieces, I tell them, if a man starts off with money, and that's the first thing he's talking about, girl, you ain't got to work. I'm going to take care of all the bills. I'm going to handle everything. I got all the money. That's all he has to offer. The first thing I'm going to speak to you about is all he has to offer. So when I sit down on a first date or I'm talking, oh, you may not even know I have a job. We don't talk about money. We don't talk about job. We talk about finances. I tell you how smart I am. I let you know I can cook. I let you know what type of topics I like to talk about. We can talk about politics, religion. I lead with my intelligence and my personality first. So that's what you like me for. Everything else is an additive. My money, my talents, that's an accessory. But the man that my parents raised me to be is the main thing that I step out with. So be careful if a man is telling you, oh, you don't have to work 50-50. I got everything. If that's what he's leading with, oh, you'll never have a relationship, because he wants the money and power. He wants somebody who can tell what to do, and he has nothing left to offer you.
That's what I was about to say, because it's going to turn into control. Like, you know, I'm paying for this. You ain't got to work. You ain't got to do this. I can do what I want to do. And that's when you run into
That's how I tell my daughters, like, nah, don't let him do no 100%, because he's going to have 100% of the power and the decision making. You know what I'm saying? Nah, even if he say, you got to offer it. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Even if you want the man to do 100% of the finances, offer it. Come up and be like, hey, baby, how you want to work this out? Like, I can do this and then you can do this. Because a smart man is going to be like, oh, my gosh, I ain't never had a woman offer. You know what? I'm going to take care of it. But if you lead with it, then he's going to feel like, oh, you a gold digger, or you just want my money, or you just want this. Be smart, baby. You got to play mind control with these men.
Man, you know what's funny? So I had got criticized from not a lot of women, but some folks, because I said this. I said, if the Lord blessed me to be a millionaire, I would still want my wife to work some kind of way, and it don't have to be punching a 9 to 5. I'm like, I would like her I would like for her to have a brand of her own, whether that's
Yes.
content creating, whether it's just. I feel like one thing the pandemic taught us was that, hey, look, y'all bet multiple streams, because one source can always go away just like that. So it's you always need to have that hustle. You always got to have that hustle. So I was getting criticized because they're like saying, you want that's so like rude. Like you working, are you supposed to treat it? I'm like, no, and I think that's the issue, man. It's like, again, go to Jaskizzal's point is most of these people that comment are single people, bitter, right? Bitter, no, just got over a breakup or so. I don't know. It's crazy how that goes, man. But no, I want to move it on to a controversial, topic that occurs in relationships right now. When it comes to open relationships, right? I feel like now I'm hearing a lot about polyamory, or there's one my wife told me about. I ain't never heard. I felt like an old man. I'm like, I ain't never heard that before. What that called the lavender marriage? Have y'all heard about the lavender marriage?
What?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna explain. So I looked it up. It says it's referred to a mixed orientation, in parentheses, it has between a heterosexual and a homosexual person undertaking as a marriage of convenience, primarily to conceal one or both partners' sexual orientation. So mainly it's like
I understand.
It's like a little bit of everybody kind of in one, it's weird. Like, I guess somebody that's
if I'm right, that means a gay man has a wife, but he's just with her so he can make people think that he's straight, but he really is out doing what he's doing. That ain't for me. That's crazy.
It's like all these new things,
That's
and I'm
crazy.
like, I don't know where. I guess it always been, stuff always, people always like to get a little freaky. That been in existence, since for years. But I don't know if it's because like we're starting to see more public figures come out in the open. Like, I mean, Neo got like 5 girlfriends now, 4 girlfriends.
It's up to 7 now.
He's up to 7 now. Okay, he broke his
twins,
record.
I think. Yeah.
You got Nick Cannon, he has 12. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You have Monique, she's been coming out as having the open. It's weird. What's y'all take on? Because I have an opinion on it. What's y'all take on just the open relationships and all the different, all that stuff happening right there?
Go ahead, Lanique. Yours gonna be short. Go ahead.
Open relationship. If you gotta be in an open relationship, you just might as well stay single. Like, what's the point? Like, what? I don't get it. I mean, I guess you have your main one that's you can't even call her a queen because you're not treating her like a queen, or you're not treating him like a king if you want to have multiple sexual partners. So it's like, just stay single, or just have fun. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't do the open relationships, because if we're gonna be together, we're gonna be together. I don't want you sleeping with nobody else. Nobody, man, woman, nobody else. Like, no, like no, that don't work for me.
I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate with you. What if somebody says, "Well, it's just sex. It ain't really too bad. It's just sex." You know what I mean? Because that's the first thing they're gonna say. Oh, it's just sex. I still love my person I'm with, but it's just sex. How would you respond?
It's because 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be the guy that says it's just sex. But if the woman is sleeping with somebody else and she says it's just sex, he's gonna be mad. Like, he's gonna get emotional, even though like he's gonna get emotional. Oh, Skizzle, don't make me mad on this show.
We got relationship goats right now, y'all.
He's gonna make me mad. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why it's the reason. Only because, and that's what I was saying at the end of that clip. Reason why I said when I do it, it's not a problem. If she do it, it's a problem. Because my mama always told me, when you laying down with somebody, you can be quiet, duct tape your mouth, not saying nothing, but your body is saying something that your mouth is not saying. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you stroking or what you doing, you may be telling her you love her without telling her. The problem is that when we are doing what we're doing and we go into that extra stroke, we doing little moves and stuff. We are telling y'all we love y'all in y'all minds, and y'all get emotionally attached. Me, I can go right now, clap something, and never think about her again. 5 minutes later, I don't even know her name. You
But
don't
then
have
if you
emotional attachment to it.
what no.
It's not
Well,
right,
I mean, I
but
get,
yeah.
but girls could do that too. Girls are like that too. But what I'm saying
Oh,
is,
yes, no.
when girls get like that, y'all get emotional. If you
Oh,
dating a
yeah.
girl, if you find out the girl that you like, your side chick, if you find out your side chick got another dude like that she's messing with, y'all all types of mad. Y'all want to call the dude and send video. Who did that? Didn't Offset just do that? Didn't
Yeah, yeah.
Offset
But
just do
look,
that to Cardi? Come
I'm
on.
gonna tell you the difference. That's the
No.
difference between us and bands. That's the difference between us and bands. Listen, I'm
No.
gonna tell
Oh my
you.
God.
All right. So, my opinion on open relationships or open marriages, I was all for that 5 years ago. Every woman I've ever had before this, I was all for that because I thought I was in love with my baby mama. I thought I was in love with other women. I loved them because I had a connection with them, emotional connection, physical connection, everything. But if they were out doing something, I did not care. I did not care. I didn't check no phones. I wasn't worried about who was calling you late. I didn't care. And
You
I didn't
different.
know then, but I know now that I didn't love them. Now I am in love. So what I have is so good, I don't want nobody else to have it. So that's the bit before I really didn't care. And then my thing is, see, the thing with open marriages is their thing is that we communicate. You can do what you want as long as you tell me what you're about to do. I've always felt that every relationship I was in was open. Every marriage, every connection I had with a woman, I thought it was open because I come from a broken home.
Right.
So when how my mama did my daddy, I lost trust for women. So I thought all of them were cheating. My thing was, don't let me find out. Don't embarrass me. And I'm going to do the same. And you're never going to know. As long as that happens. So I always had it in my mind that they was always messing around. I didn't care because as long as I don't know, it don't hurt me.
That's
You
what
know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
about to say. That's what you're different because
As men,
most
we don't
guys
trust
won't.
nothing.
Right.
Yeah, as men, we don't trust nothing. And then, you got to understand, the guilty thing is, if I know I'm doing it, I automatically think you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you know your partner cheating if they always accusing you. You know what I'm saying? Because if they always accusing you and looking around, that's because their guilt is making them think you're doing the same thing they doing.
Or you done gave them hella reasons to believe that you're cheating.
Yeah, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart,
Or
man.
she done went through your phone and saw some suspect stuff. That's why she's accusing you. Like, but anyway, what
But
about you? What about you,
oh,
Arrington?
what, as far as with the open? Oh,
Like
no,
with
no, no,
open.
no, no.
Okay.
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay.
I mean, me personally, I just don't really consider it like authentic love, if that makes sense,
Right.
right? You made an oath to, to love and cherish it with this one
Yeah.
person. I just think but it was always, I will say though, it's always an interesting conversation because like I'm starting to read up on people that have been married for years. I mean, this is not just for young people. I mean, you got some old freaks out there that swingers, right? 30 plus years, and I'm just like, how I mean, people with families, people with kids. It's just how in the world. Now I'll be honest, that whole sister wives and other stuff, to me, that's a cult.
That is a cult.
That is a freak.
Hey,
I'm trying
if you get in the bed, if you get in the bed and you smell like another man's cologne, oh, we having a problem. I can't take it. No. But look, can we be honest? Can we be real? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. Sorry, fellas, I'm gonna be real. This is really what open relationships and open marriages are. As men, we want to have open relationships and open marriages on our side.
I was about
to
say.
Y'all have to be monogamous. That's really what our perfect life
that's
is.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I mean that's what we shoot for now. When we find that one, like me and Gavin, we find that one. Oh nah, because what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Baby, I don't want nobody if you don't have nobody. We good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and the thing is now, I don't want to give myself to anybody.
That's
like
what I'm talking about.
She's the only person that deserves what I do.
Yeah.
She's the only person that deserves my conversation because what we don't seem to remember or what we don't seem to acknowledge is that physical cheating is not the only cheating.
No.
There's emotional cheating. There's a lot of ways of infidelity, and nobody gets my conversation. Nobody gets my intimacy, and nobody gets the real me. Everybody knows Jaskizzal. She's the only person that knows Jason.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about, fam. That's what y'all look, I want to talk on some more stuff. I'm gonna take a quick commercial break. Before we hit that, Jay, how you look at what time? I know you had another
I gotta go 15 minutes. I gotta go 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Look, y'all, we're gonna head to a quick commercial break, kind of take a quick breather. I'm joining with the co-host of Relationship Goats, Jaskizzal, the lovely Miss Lanique. Look, y'all tune into the Arrington Gavin show. Don't go anywhere, my friends. We got a lot more show for you. We'll be right back after this commercial break. All right, family, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin show. I'm your host, Arrington Gavin. Joining me is the co-host of Relationship Goats, where you can tune in exclusively on the G.O.A.T.S TV app. So do me a favor, download the app now. It's free on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire. I'm joining with the lovely Miss Lanique and also cool Mr. Jaskizzal. Family, I'm enjoying this conversation. Look, we talked about the open relationships, right? We talked about the people that like to get a little freaky at night, right? We talked about them. Now we got to talk about some other freaks, in my opinion. These when it comes to age gaps, right? I'm sorry, I always pick on these relationships with these huge ass these huge ass age gaps, because I just can't stop talking about like Bill Belichick, Super Bowl winning coach. He's now head football coach for the UNC Tar Heels. He's 73 years old. His girlfriend is 24, 26 years old. First of all, let me just put a physical picture. It already looks a bit odd, right? He's the man that's a little wrinkly, kind of stumbling. Yo, she's the girl that is like wearing her jacket with her shoulders out, like at the games, like, hey, hi. I'm like, what's y'all take on that? I mean, I personally feel as though it's all about the money. I'm sorry, it's not about love. It ain't about love.
Okay, look. First of all, before I say anything, please send me an email with the link to Indigenous Gin.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's Ingenious. I think it's Ingenious.
Ingenious, yep, Ingenious. Yep.
Ingenious. I'm sorry, Ingenious. I need to say this. We need to show that marketing and promotion works.
Yeah.
You serve no purpose by them being a sponsor and having a commercial if it's not bringing them revenue. So what I'm gonna do, I'm saying on camera, send me an email so I can have a link to go and shop with them, because they need to get some. I love the commercials, and I'm a brand drinker myself. Yeah, I like that, man. They put money into the commercials. They invested in themselves, so I'm gonna invest back in them, man. Definitely.
Man, I'm gonna hit them up. They're awesome individuals. Like I said, it's veteran-owned, black-owned, and like I said, it's a smooth gin. Now I ain't never had a rose gold. They corrected me, rose gold gin. I've always,
I love it. I love it.
Unique. It's very unique.
Yeah, and I'm not a gin drinker, but I'm willing. I want to try it because it looks good.
I support anything black. I'm like, look, I don't even like vodka, but I said, look, pour a little bit in there. Give me a little juice in there. I'm still
man. Look, I got friends that I'm gonna give it to them if what I'm saying. If they want some, I might buy 2 bottles. Like, I love it. Now, all right, the age gaps. I know you, since you brought up football, I know you know Al Davis. Al Davis' son that run the Raiders.
Yes,
he has the same situation. And reason why I brought up him, because he said something that I think a lot of people are delusional about.
I know
he made a statement and said that woman didn't even know that he was the Al Davis and he was a owner of a football team, and she thought he was handsome. Listen, let me tell you this. This is an epidemic going on, that men And women too, but they think that people like them. Like they were the ugly ducklings in school. Nobody talked to them. But they don't realize after they got that good job out of school, the shipyard, you know what I'm saying? They got a good job, they're making some money. Now they think they're handsome all of a sudden. They think they're cute. No, they're not in a relationship. They're in a situationship.
Yeah.
He's basically having legal prostitution. You know what I'm saying? He's basically paying for everything, taking care of her so he can have, you know what I'm saying? She's probably throwing up after sex. You know what I'm saying? Like she's having to go through that. But her dealing with that is she's just waiting out time. She's gonna probably try to get married soon because she's just waiting out time till he dies so she can collect that money and she can be good and then find the man that she really wants. But yeah, this is what it is. She had a low GPA. She couldn't do good in college. So she was like, I'm not gonna find a good job. She didn't want to, she was trying to work at Walmart, but it turned to self-checkout. So she said, I'm gonna just find me a Bill Belichick. That's what she did. Smart woman.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me that she ain't know who he was. She just acted like she ain't know who he was just to make him feel good. She knew.
It's funny because I think it's weird in some cases.
I think it's very weird.
But again, it's double standard. Because as men, what we think is, you know that when you're young, when you're like in your 20s, you're like, hey, if she's old enough to drink, she's 21, she can get in the same club, I can talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll talk to other women or men like,
I was definitely saying like, hey, if I'm 45, I don't mind dating a 29-year-old. I mean, hey, hey, I'm moisturized, you know, I don't mind not
like I don't look my age, but once you have kids and once you get a certain age, you start to realize, first of all, it's weird if you're my child's age. That's weird.
Or younger.
Be attracted to you in that way. Like I'm at the time, like if you don't have at least 4 stretch marks, we can't be together. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some mileage on you. You gotta have some mileage.
Not the mileage.
Yeah. And you gotta really look at it to the point where what do we have in common? What do we have to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't like the same music. If I like the same music as you, it's wrong. I haven't matured if I like the same music, movies. I have some growing up to do if we relate to anything. So that's where the problem is for me.
Yeah, it's like Bill probably listening to the Oak Ridge Boys and she listening to freaking, I don't know,
Glow.
Sexy
Justin
Red,
Bieber.
maybe.
Glow, Sexy Red.
Man,
Right, younger than that.
It don't make sense. It ain't right. But we understand when we see it, we can tell whether it's like Cher. Cher got a Cher's boyfriend or husband is young. Yeah, so it's like we understand. We see it. We grew up with Pamela Anderson. We knew what she was doing. Okay, we understand what y'all doing. It's okay. I'm out of my business now. People gonna do what they do.
Lanique's like,
no, because like I'm not even gonna front. Like I'm 7 years older than my husband, right? And I have friends that's like my mother and my stepfather was 13 years apart. That's fine, right? Like I say anywhere between 15, pushing 20, maybe. But I think if you like a 50, 60-year-old person try to holler at a 20-something-year-old, I'm looking at you like you was probably a pedophile. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at you weird because
That's interesting.
because you got some, like my daughter is 18. She looked like she about 13, 14. To me, like if you trying to holler at my daughter at 18, knowing that she looks younger, and you in your 30s, 40s, you're a pedophile to me. Like I look at that like you like young girls, but you're just using it. I guess I don't know. Like it's just
I got a good example. I got a good example, and you make a it's interesting when how you brought that up, because it's like it's almost like, okay, if you got an AARP card, right?
Yeah.
And you date somebody in their late 40s, it's not bad.
It's different, right?
It's matureness, right? But it's like if you got an AARP card and this person just graduated from college, right?
Or graduated from high school, like,
it's different.
or she just 21. Like, why are you interested in a 21?
Marcus Houston.
Marcus
Houston. Story alone. Yeah, you remember that story? It was
like 19 or something like that. And that's worse than people worse than. I'm gonna tell you what's bad. This is crazy. This is how you know something's wrong.
Crazy.
Y'all know that little myth that they say after 25 your insurance go down. It's a myth. Everybody thought it was true, but it's not. So
It ain't.
this is the thing. If your insurance hasn't gone down yet and you're on a date or out to eat with somebody, and when it's time to pay, if they are asking for the senior citizen discount, go to hell. Just go to hell. Just go to hell. Like, if you get $7.13 off your meal because that person has bad knees, go to hell. Just go to hell.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh,
it just
so
gets
funny.
weird. I just don't like it. I can't stand it. I be in the stores snapping, and my child is of age. She 18. But if I see a grown man in his 30s looking at my daughter, I'm like, and I will say, why are you looking at my 14-year-old? Like, and I'll lie, but because she looks young. So like to me that means you got a piece of pedophile in you. I'm
I
sorry.
have
And
a
I know, and I
problem.
know,
Ain't
you
no
about to
Can I
say,
tell you
boss?
60,
about my problem?
70-year-old. Should no 60, 70-year-old be trying to holler at no 21-year-old? That's just nasty.
Can I
Like,
Right.
tell you
come
about
on.
my problem?
Mhm.
All
Uh-oh.
right, so
I'm
I have a
scared.
problem. I have no filter. So I like to do this thing when I'm out in public. Like Walmart is really good for it because everybody be at Walmart. Now I do mind my business. I'm a advocate for minding your business. But when I see like the old lady walk around with the young boy or the old dude
Yep.
walk around with the young girl, and I can tell they together. Like when me and wifey walking down the aisle, I'd be like, babe, you know it's crazy. Like on Halloween, the people that got to go sit in the scope. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't be at home while the kids is trick or treat. I be making comments like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I make slick, like little subtle jabs when I walk past them. Like, you know you're going to hell. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? I have a
Oh, that is
problem.
too
I need
funny,
help.
If we can't
man.
go to the same adult club, we can't be together, bro. Like,
Oh
what are we
gosh, I
doing?
love that. Is so
Like,
funny,
come on.
man.
Yeah,
Family, look,
yeah.
we got about 3 minutes left. Real quick, I do want to get y'all take, man. Being that y'all also talented musicians, I mean, you're true experts when it comes to music and in the music industry. What are some of your top? I would say you can give me your top, underrated, or what's your top love songs? Top 3 R&B love songs. I'll give that to Miss Lanique. For Jaskizzal, give me your top 3 hip hop love songs.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Top 3 love songs. So I'm gonna name myself and Raspy Soul. Lanique and Raspy Soul. It's called "It Was You." Got like
Yeah. Right.
140K views. That song is a beautiful love song. Y'all gotta go check that out. Luther Vandross, "So Amazing." That's one of my favorite love
Mm.
songs. Um, and I'm thinking off the top, Jagged Edge gotta be. That's like my favorite. Though if I had, then that's me picking out, and there's so many, but to drop it to 3, those would be my 3. Me, Luther, and Jagged Edge.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Jay, what
Okay.
about yours, man? Moving on to another genre, hip hop, man. What about you, man? What about you? Top 3.
I say my top 3, and I'll start from 3. No Better Love from the Young Guns.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Can't Stop Giving Me Up. Listen, when that come on, boy, it's No Better Love. That's my joint.
Uh-huh.
Number two, I'm gonna have to. I don't even know if this is a love song, but it's about relationships, and it's just if you came from that area, you understand. DMX House is going down. Listen, when that record came out, you know what I'm saying. I wanted to be a gangster romantic. Like that jank was crazy. Like, and he don't
Gangster
seem like the type.
romantic. I'll write that word down. Gangster romantic.
Yeah, what the number one hip hop song about love, relationships, even though it's kind of bad, but the number one song, no song will ever top this is Song Cry. Song Cry, Jay-Z, Song Cry is the GOAT relationship song. Yeah.
I love
Okay,
that.
now I maybe want to listen to that now.
I know that
Okay,
word
fam.
for word. Word for word. I know it better than Jay. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Well, look, man, we are pressure with time, but look, I want to thank y'all so much for taking the time,
Thank
man.
you.
I truly appreciate it, man. Y'all, please tune in to Relationship GOATs exclusively on GOATverse TV. Download the app right now. App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, Amazon Fire. Family, look, don't go nowhere. I want to chop it up with you for about 60 seconds. So I truly thank you. The host of Relationship GOATs, the lovely Miss Lanique, the also cool Mr. Jaskizzal. Family, don't go anywhere. I'm going to chop it up with you just for a little bit. But I want to thank them. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed another great conversation here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Be sure to tune in weeknights, available on all digital and streaming platforms. As always, my friends, y'all take care. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there. Peace and blessings. I'll talk to y'all next time. I'm out.